Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial all about the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is one of my absolute favorite palettes, and it's just a bonus that it smells absolutely amazing. But I did get a suggestion that I should do a look all on one palette. That way, if someone has maybe only this palette or doesn't have a wide range of colors, you can create a whole look with just one palette. Usually I jump around different palettes. So yeah, I wanted to create this look. I just did it. I didn't really plan it out. I just kind of sat down and got ready. I'm about to head off to church, so I thought I'd sit down and film it for you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. I am using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Next, I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and I am in the shade W3. So I'm just going to do one pump in my hand, and I'm not putting a whole lot on. I'm just going to really focus on the areas that have blemishes, like right there. And I'm put an extra dab on those places. And then usually with those stuff that's left on the back of my hand, instead of wasting it, I kind of put it on my jawline and neck to sort of blend that out so it's not such a harsh stopping point right there. Then I'm going to take my beauty sponge, and it is damp, and I'm going to just start blending that in. If you use a damp beauty sponge, it really makes it look a lot more natural. And it also makes your skin look more dewy and fresh. I'm also, once the product's on the sponge, I'm going to run that over my eyes as a base and primer for my eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to go in with my brightener. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes to brighten them up because I am super tired today. Again, taking my damp beauty sponge, I'm going to blend that in. Next, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me, New York Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20. And this one is closer to my skin tone, so I'm going to just cover up the blemishes with this one. Now, as a lighter concealer to highlight some areas of my face, I'm going to be taking the MAC Select Cover Up, and this is in the shade NW15. So again, I'm going to squirt a little on the back of my hand and put it in the places I would like to highlight. Okay, so for my brows, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Taupe. Usually I use two colors, but today I am just going to be using this one because I don't want too dramatic of a brow today. I'm going to church, and I don't need like a super dramatic brow. But I am going to just breeze through this real quick. Well, at least for you, it won't be quick for me. because I do have a brow tutorial, and I feel like brows are kind of like the most boring part of a makeup tutorial, so I'm just going to breeze through this. And if you want to see how I do my brows, go ahead and jump over that. I always put the link down below in the description box. Okay, so now for the eyes. Obviously today we are using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I'm going to just make this up as I go. I haven't really created a specific look. I kind of know what I'm going for. It's not going to be too smoky because, like I said, I'm going to church. But yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is take Puree right here. And this is my favorite transition shade to use. It is a brown, and it has some kind of orangey undertones in it. But it is kind of more on the warmer side, but it's not too warm. Like Summer Yum is more warm. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start putting that in my crease. And as the product comes off my brush, I'm going to blend it upwards, blend it down, and just make sure there are no harsh lines anywhere. And you really just want to make sure you take your time with each step. I really don't show how long this blending and everything takes because the video would be 45 minutes to an hour long. So I really just show you the basics, but I go over this quite a few times, and I really take my time blending it out. Next, I'm going to take the shade Peach Pit right here. It is kind of a cooler toned purple, and it has some shimmer in it. And I'm going to take this angled small brush, and I'm just going to stamp this shade on my lash line. And this will sort of act as an eyeliner. And it'll be really nice because it's a little bit of color, so it's because it's that purple. So it won't be too intense. Alright, so now I'm going to take a little more on that same brush, stamp on the outside to make it a little darker, and then I'm going to start to flick it upward. Just flick it up. I'm going to go, as I get towards the middle, I'm going to just barely do it. You want it to kind of gradually go up and be at its highest point on the outer corner. So I'm just going to barely flick that up. And then out here, just work on that. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now because we're going to blend it out. Okay, so you have that fading going up. Alright, next I'm going to take a fluffy brush, not as fluffy as the blending brush, and just barely dip that in there. Tap off the excess. I'm going to start moving that around my eye. You can stop in the crease, but I like to go a little bit above since my eyes are so small so that you can really see the shadow. And as the product starts to come off your brush, start coming towards the inner corner. Just like that. Alright, now I want to take the blending brush and really take your time to blend that out. Alright, so now I kind of want just a little bit of color in the lid area, like a brighter color, just because I'm not going for really too dramatic of an eye. So I'm going to be taking Luscious right here. And I'm with my finger, I'm just going to dab that on the lid. And I'm not going to go too far over to the outer corner. I'm going to keep it on the inner corner in the middle of the eye, just that half. And again, I'm going to go in and just blend out where that shadow stops. Then I'm going to go in with Talk Derby to Me. And with that small angled brush, and I'm going to dot that along my lower lash line one more time for some extra definition because we kind of lost that with all that blending. And I wanted it just a little darker on the lash line. Alright, now I'm going to go on with mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt in black. And I'm going to throw a coat on my upper lashes. And you can always throw on false lashes if you would like. I don't have any still. I don't know what my problem is. I haven't just made the time to go find some lashes. But that's kind of one of my goals, is to go find some soon. Oh, so if you have any suggestions on false lashes you like, put them in the comments below. That way I can go check them out. Okay, so for my lower lashes, I'm going to take my MARC Lash All You Want mascara in black. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to throw a couple coats on my lower lashes. Okay, for my lower lash line, I'm not going to go too crazy. Usually I would do the whole lash line since this is like a smokier look. But since it's not an evening look, I'm just going to take Puree. And I'm just going to put that on the outer half. Okay, so now to brighten up my eyes, I'm going to be taking White Peach right here. I'm going to throw that on the inner corner. And I'm going to put that also beneath my brow as a highlight. Okay, so the eyes are done, and I'm just going to quickly do my face, since this is more of a eye tutorial, but I will tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm not going to be contouring, I'm just going to be bronzing, so I'm not doing a super intense look. I'm going to take this bronzer that it comes in the Ulta Beauty makeup kit, and a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to bronze up my face. I'm going to do it underneath my cheekbones. And also around the top of my forehead. This will just give my face some color and some shape and dimension, so it's not just so kind of flat, especially since I have a round face. This will give me some real definition. So since some of that bronzer falls down, I'm going to take a peachy highlighting shade, and I'm going to just carve that out a little bit on the bottom here, because if your bronzer falls down, it kind of defeats the purpose and makes your face look round again. So if you carve that out and make some real definition, it'll bring back that shape. Alright, for blush, I'm going to be taking this darker shade here. I wish I had a color name for you. All it says on here is Nude Pink Blush. So I'm just going to throw that on top of my bronzer and a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. For highlight, I'm going to be taking this white shade here and putting that on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to do a little bit on the apples, bring that down on the apples of my cheeks, just a little. I'm going to do the center of my chin, down the center of my nose, my forehead, and on my cupid's bow. Then I like to go back one more time with my beauty blender and sort of tap over what I just did to really blend it into the skin so it looks more natural. Alright, last I just got to do my lips, and I'm just going to be doing a nude color. I'm going to kind of just go with my go-to color, and I'm using the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Precious. Alright, that's it guys. This is the look that I created with the Sweet Peach palette. So if you want to create this look, I mean, you don't have to have this palette, you can just find similar colors, but I wanted to create this for anyone who has this palette. I just used the colors in this palette and that is it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time.